So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Barbie Chatterjee with you guys, and this is the kind of Halloween look I just came out with. I know I look scary, I know I look that Halloween-y type because I have a Halloween makeup look right on my face. If you want to know how did I create this makeup look, then keep on watching, and if you want to recreate this makeup on your Halloween, then keep watching. And if you like this video, click on the like button, share and subscribe. And yeah, I know I've not been on YouTube for a long time because of some personal issues, like actually my phone, I actually shoot on my phone and my phone was almost damaged, so I couldn't shoot it on my phone, and I just got a new phone so that I can shoot and post the videos and share it with you guys. And the first is this kind of Halloween look, so I hope you guys like it and enjoy it. Like I know I look crazy right now because of the lips, black lips, broad black lips and black eyes. It's looking like someone has punched into me. So this is basically kind of a pumpkin, this side is kind of a pumpkin kind of look, that scary pumpkins which we put out in Halloween. And this is kind of my normal side, or you can say the glam side. So I have just done a kind of partition in between, and if it looks like you are just pulling your skin or something like that, I try my best to do this. And yeah, I just hope you like it, and let's get started without further more blabbering.
So first I'm going to use the Good Vibes Plus serum all over my face. This is the Tea Tree Plus Mulberry Skin Glow Serum. Next I'm going to use the Lakme Absolute Blur Perfect Primer on my T-zone and on the problem areas wherever I have pores, and massage it into my skin. Next I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution xoxo eyeshadow palette and take this shade Chocolate Orange and just carve out the shape which I want on my face. Next I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade 238 on one portion of my face, as you can see. I'm blending it out with the flat top kabuki brush. Then I'm going to use the Swiss Beauty concealer in the shade 06 Clairvoyant under my eyes and on my eyelids, and again blending it out with the same brush. As this brush wasn't reaching the inner corners, then I used a small little buffing brush which is from the brand Jessup. Then I buffed the concealer in. Next I'm going to use a clean wipe to carve out the shape on my face so that it looks more clean and more mapped out. Next I'm going to use the Wet n Wild eyebrow kit, and using the Faces Canada mascara and eyebrow brush, I'm going to fill in my eyebrows on one side. Then I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder in the shade number 15 and setting my whole face. Please ignore the background guys, because I actually lost my stand and this is what I came out with. I'll definitely improve with the background. Then I'm going to use the Beauty Glazed Color Studio palette, and I'm going to use this peachy corally light shade for my transition, and just blending it out with a fluffy blending brush, which is again from the brand Jessup. Then I'm using this a little bit of darker pink shade. It's not very dark pink, but darker than the transition shade, and I'm again blending it into the crease, slightly below where I place the corally peachy shade. Then I'm going to use a fluffy brush again and blending out everything. Next, I'm going to take this deeper pinky shade with the help of a compact blending brush and putting that on my outer V and just blending that out. Then I'm going to use the shade Dreams from the Makeup Revolution XO palette and put that on my first half of my eyelid. And this shade is absolutely gorgeous. Then using the fluffy brush again, I'm just blending out everything so that it looks clean and blended. Then I'm going to use a black gel liner to carve out a wing, and this brush is also from the brand Jessup. I'm just carving out a sharp wing, as you can see. Then I'm going to use the Faces Canada Kohl for my lower lash line. I'm just lining my lower lash line with the kajal. Then I'm going to use the Milani bronzer in XL to bronze up my face. Actually, the big brush didn't help, so I ended up using a smaller brush. And also for my lower lash line, I used all the three same shades which I had used on my upper lash line. Then I'm going to use this SFR color blusher in the shade 01, which is Coral Orange, and just apply it on my cheekbones. And then using the Makeup Revolution XO highlighter palette, I'm taking this pink highlighter and just highlighting my cheekbones, my inner corners, and my brow bones. And my brow bone actually. Then I'm going to use the Illegal Pro Concealer in the shade Orange Corrector and the Swiss Beauty Concealer in the shade 06 Moine. This is the orange corrector. I'm using orange corrector because I didn't have any orange base, so I'm going to use this concealer as my base for the pumpkin head actually. Then I'm going to blend everything out with a flat top kabuki brush. Then I'm going to take the black gel liner again and just carve out the partition which I have on my face. Then using the Makeup Revolution XO palette again, I'm taking the shade Brownies and I'm gonna draw 3 thin lines on top of that, on top of the dividing line, which will create an illusion of like I'm pulling my skin. Then using a brown gel liner, I'm just gonna deepen up those lines a little bit. Then I'm gonna use the shade Brownies again and I'm just smoking out those lines. Then I'm going to use the shade Chocolate Orange from the Makeup Revolution XO palette and applying that and blending that out beneath the lines I had drawn. Then I'm gonna use the black kohl pencil by Faces. This is a Faces magnetized pencil, and I'm just lining my lips. That this is not a necessary step, you can just skip it and directly go with the gel liner, but I just felt it a little bit more easier. So I'm gonna use the black gel liner and fill in my lips. This does not need to be even, because we are actually going to extend it out, drawing thin line like strokes, as you can see. So I'm drawing thin line like strokes close to each other, which will create an illusion of a big mouth, or you can say kind of a big mouth with big teeth. Then the next thing which I'm gonna do is I'm just using the gel liner and carving out a circle around my eye, and then I'm gonna fill inside that with a black eyeshadow. This black eyeshadow was by Wet n Wild, and it's in the shade Panther. Then again I'm doing the same line stroke kind of technique on my eyes too. Then using the black gel liner, I'm doing it. I was trying to do it with a black eyeshadow, but it didn't work that great, so I then use the black gel liner and I'm doing the thin line like strokes around my eyes. Then I'm gonna take this browning kind of shade from the Beauty Glaze Color Studio palette, and I'm gonna do these lines across my face to give it a look of a pumpkin, because pumpkin do have these browny kind of lines across them. So I'm just doing that with a small eyeliner brush. This eyeliner brush is by L'Oreal. I got it with the gel liner, L'Oreal gel liner actually. Then I'm gonna use the shade Brownies from the Makeup Revolution XO palette, and again I'm just smoking out the dividing line to just create a shadow. Then I took another brush and I'm just using a slight just bit of black and blending it out. Then I'm gonna take a big fluffier brush and just blend it out completely. Then I'm gonna use the Faces Magnetize Kajal again and applying that on my lower lash line so that there is no eye space, like there is no white space left. I'm also tightlining my upper lash line. Then I'm going to use the shade Chocolate Orange and the other brown shade in the Makeup Revolution XO palette, and mixing it, I'm just blending out the lines that I had drawn all across my face. I'm just blending those out to make it look a little bit more realistic. Then using the Makeup Revolution XO highlighter palette, I'm taking this purple kind of highlighter and I'm just gonna apply that in between those lines. As you can see, I'm not completely blending that in, but keeping that in strokes so that it just looks a little bit glittery and it's just looking good. and the makeup look is almost complete. So this is how I look right now.